Friendly reminder that today's match is going to be between VN and Legacy. We'll be playing on a North American server, so both teams shall be equal, have pretty much equal pings. And tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, we will be casting Nafu versus ESF here around 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Both teams are actually just going to call live, and we are going to go right into it. Here we go. Countdown has begun. Brett, how are you doing today, buddy?
Man, I am just ready to get this thing rolling. Yeah, it is a little delayed, but it was like I was telling you earlier. What would a Battlefield cast be without something going
Absolutely.
wrong? Right?
It's
I mean, that's just the way it is.
It's just inevitable.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Both of these teams we have already cast before. We've seen some good stuff from both of them. I am very curious, though, to see how Legacy is going to be shaping up. I think Legacy is 1-1 in their match counts. I think they ended up losing last week.
Yes, that is correct. Yep.
And I believe VN is so far in the positive. They didn't end up having that crazy match in week number 1 with Boyo. So yeah, it's going to be good, man. I'm really excited about this. And this is probably one of my favorite maps here on Siege of Shanghai.
Absolutely. And as we see, both choppers going to get going. Pipo now in the scout helo for the Z11 for Legacy, and he's got the cannons, 25mm cannons. He's going to try to get the pilot out of the little bird. Misses the initial shot. Pipo down to 10 HP, and that initial venture is going to fail. Pipo down to 4 HP, going to try to swap it out and do some repairs. And as we see, Sniper Death, the pilot for VM, going to try to get around the back, looking for him. Pipo's still alive, amazingly. Phasio in the driver's seat. Sniper Death still flying around, looking for the kill. Sniper Death, absolutely, remember, he can get shot out at any moment. The 25mm splash is so effective. B-Flag has gone up the favor of Legacy, and it looks like, with no HP left, the Z11 on fire, the little bird will fall, and they stole it! Phasio will bail.
Way! Was he shot out of that, or did he bail?
Sniper Death was shot out of the little bird, and Phasio bailed out of the Z11 to get it.
Wow! Holy crap! This is looking like it's going to be a bit spicy here. Now, Gravity, that is a huge deal. We have talked about that before, how the little bird on the US side is typically the better vehicle to have. It's the hitboxes are better. You're able to just move around a lot easier with it. And now, with the tank going down, this is big stuff here.
He just got SROD. Pipo went down to 3 HP. The little bird got SROD from the ground. 2 HP left. Pipo's going to do some quick repairs. 4 HP, still going to repair. Going to hit the ground. Amazingly doesn't explode because, you know, it's the little bird. But he'll survive. Wow, that was just a crazy opening. All right. Now, Pipo will be in the little bird. Now, the real question is, will Legacy still use their Z11? Now, my guess is no, and for the simple reason of having that extra chopper in the air might actually be less effective than having the extra person on the ground capping flags. And on a map like Shanghai, where there's so much cover on the flags, it might not be worth it. Meanwhile, unfortunately for VN, they are already going down 3 flags to nothing here on the A flag.
I mean, honestly, at this point in time, why would you, like you said, why would you even have the Z11 out? Just use the little bird and then play it basically in a situation where the other team they don't have a helicopter. So you're kind of playing standard at that time, and you just never have to worry about the air coming into effect. But these players, they obviously know something, and we are going to be seeing, it looks like a couple of those choppers being able to pick off any kind of roof advantage that we could potentially be having coming in for this blue side. But over here on B, man, there's some crazy stuff happening.
The B flag or the C flag? B flag got nothing.
Bad. It was the C flag.
You know what the thing is? You know what? We've talked about this before. I would love Battlefield 6 to go back to the old style flag callouts where each flag has its own name of like the building. So, you know, Office Tower would be the B flag. This way, if you go between Conquest Small and Conquest Large, you at least still know the flag callouts. You know, you don't just the numbers, the letters change, and it screws so much stuff up for the casters for sure.
Yeah, well, casters are definitely last on their list, but
well, even players, even for playing, I guess it's really
Yeah, over here onto this C flag, it is still going back and forth. VN has yet to be able to lock down control of it, and we are going to be seeing right now Legacy just having trouble clearing it out, really. Those helicopters, I think, are starting to have an effect here, like you were talking about, being able to have those infantry players just kind of curl up inside these buildings. Those choppers really don't have the effectiveness that you may think they would have.
Well, and that's exactly, so here we go. Phasio did take the Z11. We were curious as to see what they would do about it. Pipo and Phasio will be in the helicopters. And in the meantime, VN did grab the C flag, which is exactly the right call. Sraw gonna go out from Rasa, not gonna happen. Close shot, though. This is, the C flag is exactly the flag that VN want to put their infantry on. For the reason of, why would you go to the B flag? You're just going to get farmed by the helicopters up in that building. There's you can't survive up there. So the A and C flags are going to be the goal of VN here. And quite frankly, with 2 players in the Little Birds and the Scout Helos, I think this is the proper decision. And I think it's a battle they can win as long as their infantry at least can survive for the time being. And they're going to make up the tickets. They were actually down about 100 tickets, and now Legacy going to drop from the B tower. Douglas and Infernus going to drop down to A.
Oh, Ronzi, look at Ronzi right now. We've got mines back behind the tank of, oh no, he's out of the tank.
Oh, that was close. You were so right.
Does look like they are going to go down. So now no armor is going to be there for Legacy. And you would think, okay, that's fine. You got to go over to, you know, maybe on the other side of the map. And that is what's happened.
Good shot on the Phasio, and it looks like the Z11 did fall as well from Phasio. Or maybe it didn't. Maybe it didn't fall. Maybe he just bailed out of it, because at this point they can just literally toss the Z11 and bail it out whenever they want. It's really the little bird that they need to keep alive.
Now this 2 flag hold, Gravity, that we're seeing right now. I mean, it's a split flag hold. This is one of the few maps I think that this is a legitimate way to play it.
Oh, absolutely. The AC flag holds are absolutely cool. Oh, nice. Fishy survives on 1 HP, gets the kill on Infernus, and I think that's going to stop the Legacy push to the A flag. You know, I've casted, I'm sure you've casted as well, Siege of Shanghai for so many years on Conquest Small, and it is a map that literally is a whack-a-mole map. It is, you do a rotation to one flag, and then you bail out, and you go to rotation and everything on the other flag, and you just constantly dump your whole team onto it, get the flag cap, and maybe leave one guy to defend, but you constantly are aggressive, constantly swapping flags around, and the AC flag hold is so fantastic when you don't have the air control, and when you don't have, you know, you can't get on that rooftop a beat. We see Siren on the rooftop of the C flag. Ronzi staying alive, trying to duck the tank super low. Golgothic will fall, People will get the kill, and Ronzi will fall to Kawaii. And yet still alive.
Yeah, we do see an attack over here onto the Bravo as well. So we are having multiple flags being contested. It does look like, though...
Stinger right shot on the Peepo. Peepo will be disabled, down to 45 HP. He'll be just fine, though, but this little bird will stay alive. Lao Ku back up in his tank as well. C flag now starting to fall. Go the way of Legacy.
When did the armor go down, actually, for VN?
For VN, Golgothic and Ronzi were repairing the tank under the C flag. Ronzi had shoved the tank underneath the flag radius, and he did go down there.
Okay. I was about to say, I was like, we should be seeing them maybe getting some pressure over here onto the C flag, but, you know, Legacy, they finally got this back. They're going to stop that bleed. So the lead change has come in once again, so it's 130 to 120, and this is also a map that we can see very, very heavy bleeds going down. But with no little bird up in the air, it does look like Legacy is going to decide to maybe try and push in onto this B site.
Oh, wow. I love this. Okay, so I want to talk about this rotation right now. So we have VN trying to make a minor attempt towards the B building. They're not going to get it, but just it's a distraction move. Meanwhile, they still have 2 people below the C flag, and as long as they can just kind of maintain this presence here, they can keep dropping on the C flag. They don't need to worry about having a go around. You know, go between having to walk all the way from the A to C flags.
They were legit trying to take down people, man. They had 3 guys that were spawning in, parachuting from building to building, trying to take him out, and people was able to just back on up and survive. But it does leave that opening here for that C cap potentially. We do see a little bit of a flank coming in, though. That's going to be Infernus over onto A, so that might flip the script here, especially if they're able to hold on over here to B.
Absolutely. A flag does have one member of Legacy on it, and Furnace is there. Flag halfway down. No response yet from VN. Now, finally, Fishy coming in. And the B flag getting pretty low. If Rashalit gets res, they might have enough for the gray. Peepo now, unfortunately, going to start coming up to the high ground, and that'll wipe out a few members of VN. And people will find 2 so far. Golgothic and Paulo will go down. Now, Rashalit probably the next in line. Trying to reload his stinger. Drops the smoke, B flag goes gray. And the A flag will get recaptured for VN. This is actually a really, really good game so far, because, you know, with the initial Little Bird steal, I thought that was going to be, you know, a really kind of nail in the coffin for VN.
Now, oh wow, there's a lot of activity that's going to happen in up around to B there for a second. Does look like, though, it's going to get taken care of right here for Legacy. But, you know, what on this map, what is a respectable ticket count to walk away from if you do lose the first round?
I think
what is it that you're okay with for the other team to have?
I think anything less than 50 is a good score. I think that's very recoverable on Shanghai. I think the 2 flag hold on a 3 flag map means that as long as you hold that bleed for 30 seconds, I think you're going to get 25 to 30, 40 tickets back. So I think 50 tickets is acceptable.
All right, well, you do see rotations, like you said, that whack-a-mole style of play coming on in. So another player from Legacy going to go over towards that A side. But right here on C, this is where the hot spot is at.
Oh,
Players
what a
are just
shot!
going nuts.
Lao Ku will find the double kill onto the rooftop of the C flag. Ronzi gonna push Lao Ku. Unfortunately for him, he's gonna get shot in the back by a person who's dropping down from the B building. Rear shot is gonna connect. Ronzi will pop the AP, but he can't shoot the guy behind him. Gets in the second seat. Brunwell will fall, but Lao Ku will also die. And right now, this is where VN is in trouble, and I think this game is pretty much over. There is no helicopter, and Brunwell was actually gonna call it early for the team that's winning. That's kind of odd. As VN has nobody near the B and C flags, there's no way for them to get across. Yeah, this round is officially over. 106 tickets. Probably going to be 106, 105, but the ticket bleed is going to end this round. But in a very, very respectable round and fight for VN, considering that disastrous opening for them.
Oh, yeah. You know, and you think about it, too. Had they not lose that Little Bird, you know, what could we have seen coming out for this team?
Oh,
I mean,
definitely.
They definitely were in a position to potentially even take a 3 cap there at that particular moment. So, yeah, them not having that Little Bird, that was painful. But them being able to, at the very least, keep that at, like you said, a respectable score, you know, about 105 tickets or so. Yes, they would have liked to get it down to 50, 60 tickets or so, but not the worst position. Now, let's talk a little bit on this next round, because we are going to be flipping it over. So not only are they going to be coming into this next round with a deficit, but they're also going to be coming into this round with that Z11. And that Z11 is something that again, we talked about, not the best chopper to have. What is their strategy on the opening at the very least to try and get some control over there onto B?
All right, so the interesting thing is, I wonder if VN is comfortable with trying one of those 25mm cannon shots or strats. It's not impossible that they're not gonna try for it, but I don't know. Peepo is so good in the Little Bird. It really is just gonna come down to aim. I don't think that. I think the real strategy here for VN is get the Z11 to the top of the tower as fast as they can, and chuck as many infantry on that rooftop as they can. You know, if they have stingers, straws, whatever, and just try to shoot Peepo down. I think that would be or at least do damage to him. I think maybe shooting him out would be extreme luck, but getting that B flag, even with Peepo in the air, would be VN's best scenario.
See if that's going to be the case here as we are resetting this thing rolling. Now, what I don't know. I guess, you know, people went what 25-1. I think he only died one time.
Right in the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, and was able to just really kind of lock it down in the helicopter. Let's just not talk about the helicopter pilots for a second. Who's the player that is going to make the biggest difference right here for VN?
For VN, it's going to be probably Ronzi.
Ronzi.
Ronzi in the tank. I think As long as the helicopter is distracted, as long as he can push across the bridge, maybe with a little bit of health and help and you know, get onto that other flag radius in the low ground, I think that is critical to the movement of VN. And the teams are ready. 0 seconds have on the clock, and we're gonna see the helicopters take off right now. We do see the initial dockside spawns. Hala will be the person trying to get a stinger shot on the other helicopter. Unlikely to work, and a DMR from across the river from Feijo, maybe. Srog on an attempt from Feijo, gonna miss. And now Brunwell, Pipo in the helicopter. We'll take a look at Pipo's score. Pipo already getting 40 damage, 50 damage, 60, 70. And that helicopter's gone. 3 kills for Pipo, and very little, very few people bailed for VN. And actually, they're gonna take the elevator up. Oh, I'm not sure about this breakout at all.
Well, we are going to be seeing that quickly going over for Legacy. Immediately, we do have him jumping on in to that C flag. So as soon as Ronzi is going to be able to get that cap, oh, we got some mines coming on out, and that's going to kind of lock him up just a bit. He's going to need to be careful where he pushes on. It does look like he's able to take care of at least 1 infantry player, but that is going to be an exciting play. Pipo making his way back over here. You do see him fighting back and forth with the Stinger. His reason, he is going to be trying to get some shots in on him, but that ain't going to happen. So, yeah, B not going to be going in their way. Legacy looking like they are going to have a pretty nice little lead here, because I don't think they're going to be able to get this cap here too soon for VN on B.
So it looks like the way that VN opened was they decided to they bailed 1 person low, and they had a 3-man squad spawn on them, and they took the elevator up. Meanwhile, Gogothic took the MRAP through the front and also took the other elevator up, and they were going to just try to bombard the elevators from below. But they took 2 other infantry, and they just tried to out-repair, you know, the Little Bird. They were repairing the Z11, and they couldn't do it. So instead of dropping people on the rooftop and just guaranteeing the cap, they went for the post, you know, Little Bird fight cap, and it didn't work out for them. And I think that was a terrible opening. And it has literally been up to Ronzi to defend this flag, and it looks like his tank did go down as well. So Legacy in a bit of trouble, or not Legacy, VN in a bit of trouble now, as they are down 50, 60 tickets already.
Yeah, they're starting to rack up the scores. We do see a couple of players transitioning though over to A, but look at the Little Bird. Immediately the Little Bird just snapping on him. Oh, that is painful. People's going to be able to find that out. Might be able to catch this guy in the water as well. I'm not too sure, but it does look like they have, for now, VN secured that Charlie side of the map. So even though their tank is not up, they are going to be able to keep this from being a 3-flag advantage. And yeah, their swimmer is definitely not going to be making it. He does end up getting picked up as well. So, you know, Gravity, in this situation where you are stuck on one side of the map, you don't have air, and obviously your tanks are going to be up, are not going to be up either. How do you get to the other side of the map?
You know, this is one of those problems, age-old problems on Shanghai, and swimming is not necessarily out of the question. The big thing is possibly even just sacrificing your helicopter to get all the way around. Because if you drive I mean, you're going to be down a tank. Look at all the people on the rooftop of the B flag. This is what makes it so difficult. It is a 4-man, just powerhouse line up here. 2 stingers, at least 2, maybe 3 stingers. Yep, 2 stingers, 2 SRAs, and they're going to be looking for Ronzi down below as well. And the defense from Legacy is perfect right now. Siren currently on the rooftop, going to be looking for that small shot against Ronzi. Meanwhile, it looks like Sniper Death is back up in the air. Ronzi gonna push, hits some slams. That's gonna be the end of Ronzi.
Man, that is painful, and no real infantry there to back him up or anything like that. So it's kind of a one and done there deal. It does look like he may have been that distraction to possibly open it up for some swimmers. 2 players are going to be making their way across. But yeah, that Little Bird here is really just hemming them in. I mean, they are not able to really get out whatsoever. The Z11 having some issues as well. He needs to go back over to home. But yeah, I mean, this is picture perfect Siege of Shanghai. 235 now to 121, over 100 ticket advantage. And remember, guys, we did see a 105 advantage in that last round as well. So this is painful.
Yeah, it is. 10 tickets remaining, not even for VN here, as this map is going to be cleaned up. They are going to play the map out, though, as the tickets will matter. Sra shot from the high ground. We'll get the shot on the Peepo. 25 HP left. Astoundingly, Ronzi did manage to get to the top of the tower. He's going to go for a secondary Sra. That is not going to connect. And A flag now going to start blinking for Legacy. At the very least, if VN could just come back and win the round, they'd be fine. They would be in good standing for at least the third extra point. And it looks like the A flag will go the way of VN right now. Lauku, we'll see if he wants to go under, but for the time being, he's just gonna be content with sitting on the flag radius.
Yeah, so I think the strategy at this moment right now, if you are VNs, you're thinking overall score. How do we make sure that we can keep that overall ticket advantage? And if you can burn down the other team, if you can actually win this round, you know, maybe save yourself 60, 70 tickets or so, that is going to be great going into this next map. So definitely not out of it yet, but it does look like A is going to get taken back. Does leave an opening here for some potential drops, though, over onto Bravo with that helicopter.
Sure does. 62 HP, though, left for the helicopter, and Peepo will find him and obliterate the Z11. Peepo with the double kill into Pala and Sniper Death. The Z11 will fall one more time. Ronzi making the correct call to make the push over to the A flag, because really there's nothing else he can do. The current ramp is up, so the roadblock is up, so he won't be able to cross the street unless he wants to try to glitch over it. Definitely possible, but it'll cost him some time and accuracy, and he will fall anyway.
They are scrambling to try and get some purchase on this flag. It does look like one player is up over towards A.
Golgothic with a Sra hit on the Peepo.
25 health, though. He should be okay. So he is going to get maybe some spawns going down. Yep. A should be flashing here pretty soon.
This is the last-ditch, real last-ditch push from VN right here. If they don't get the A flag, or if they don't hold, if they take the A flag and don't hold it for more than like 5 minutes, this round is over. 210 tickets for Legacy, and that is their win potential, their win margin here. Puffy and or Puffish and Reason will respawn on the C flag, and this is another really good counterplay from Legacy. Just gonna say, hey, if you're gonna dump everything on A, we're gonna dump everything on C. Just trade the flags. B is a secured flag, so Legacy is making the great play.
And it's pretty insane just looking at the scores right now. Like, literally one person is in double digits. That's Peepo in the helicopter, and that is it. It is such a low-scoring game, really, because, I mean, that two-flag advantage, it just adds up, and it makes these rounds go really, really, really fast when you're not able to keep trading those flags out.
Absolutely. The three-flag maps, they bleed so quickly, and they're often, very frequently, low-kill games. Now, on the flip side, the next map, Hammerhead, is very frequently the highest kill potential map in the pool by a mile. Oh, wow, that was close.
Yeah, that's Peepo once again coming out on top. That is just, oh man, it's just so rough in that Z11, and still not going to be able to get anything going on. So it does look like over onto that C side, Siren's going to be setting up in that truck. I love the use of him, and that's going to give him just a little bit more time, a little bit more armor to maybe hold on to that flag, or at the very least keep it flashing. But the tank is going to be Gope, and coming in here for the help. So this potentially is going to be going back over here towards Legacy.
Peepo did manage to get taken out. I have no idea how he did it. He's saying in the chat, he gave a big LOL, that hurt. Not quite sure what took him out, but he did fall. And Ronzi currently trying to get as many kills of Legacy as he can on the C flag. A flag was retaken, 17 HP for Ronzi. He will fall to Douglas. And the C flag, unfortunately, will remain in Legacy's hands. The bleed, almost just too overwhelming at this point. 18 tickets remain. The round should be over. VN gonna make a last-ditch push onto the C flag. They're gonna dump everything onto it.
Okay. If they get this grayed out, though, with about 9, 10 tickets or so, if they can get it grayed out, they're also going to be attacking over onto B. So this could be an opportunity right now for them to kind of stall this out for a bit. We do have that one-on-one over here on tank onto A, so they're going to be able to stop that burn going back over into the favor of Legacy. But VN, they will be able to get the gray out onto Charlie, so the bleed is not going to be happening. It's going to be down to if they can stay alive, and they can't on C as they get wiped.
Yep, that is the official last push No respawns there on the C flag. Legacy will recap that. Sniper Death is back currently up in the Z11. And with Peepo down, he'll be unopposed for the time being. Legacy, VN's going to make a new last push on the B flag. Respawn's not going to be enough. The bleed actually not going to be enough, and that'll be it. 191 tickets round 2 as Legacy sweeps Shanghai.
That is ouch. Very, very ouch. We do see some decent scores though that are going to be coming on in, I think, towards the end there for Legacy, and just they just really suck there for VN. They just bad breakouts. I would say bad breakouts probably on both of those rounds. Not really going in the way that they wanted them to. Now, moving on into Hammerhead, this is a map that I have literally never cast for 8v8s. I don't believe. Maybe I cast them back in the AMD Cups for ESL. Way a long time ago. But it was one time, literally, and that was it. So I have absolutely no idea how this map is going to be playing out.
This is... Okay, so Hammerhead's a weird one. It's weird in the sense that a lot of competitive players really hate it, but as a caster and a spectator, it's fantastic. It's a 4-flag map, and generally speaking, the flags normally go 2-2 and normally ends up in a kill game. Very frequently, we see mass rotations on the inside, and sometimes we'll see a 2 or 3 flag infantry, or 2 or 3 infantry push along with armor from the A to the A to D flag and D to A flag, respectively. The problem is, tanks on this map, you only get 1 tank out of your spawn, and it's from the main. The hover tanks are banned on the A and D flags, much to my disappointment. And the tanks largely are relegated to defending the gimme flags and making long rotations to the opposite gimme flag. And for tankers, that's kind of boring, because you really can't get inside, because there's ice down there, and normally, if you are a good team, you will blow up the entrance to the underground, and that will block the tank from coming in. We did see Thunderblack manage to somehow sneak the tank like up on the bare edge to get as much into the underground as he can. Infantry players, on the other hand, as much as as we as spectators might like watching the intensity, it is a non-stop adrenaline fest for infantry players on this map. And that's probably why infantry players don't like it, is just because they don't have a moment to breathe. If you are an infantry main player, you are on the B and C flag this entire round. You are constantly pushing 3, 4, 5 men deep into the C and B flags, constantly trying to get those flag radiuses and trying to hold your own, and it's intense. It's non-stop action for 250 tickets, Brett, and I cannot wait to see how the teams do it. Now, normally when the teams rotate, as we've seen in the past, when teams decide to push with the tanks, normally it's about 2 infantry along with the tank. So it's normally a 3-5 split for both teams, 3 infantry on the outside and 5 on the inside. And generally speaking, I love seeing javelins on the outside of this map, especially on the A flag. Whichever team the US has the US side, if you can put a javelin on top of that rooftop, that is a solid defense against any tank moving around, and any snowmobile coming around as well. So I am excited to see how Hammerhead is being played by VN and Legacy.
Yeah, and I don't remember if you actually mentioned this ahead of time. I was typing some stuff out, but we are not going to be seeing a scout heli, not going to be seeing a stealth jet. No vehicle spawns at flags are allowed, and
Correct.
only 1 tank from main spawn. So
yep.
This is going to be a very ground obviously based map, and with it being ground being the focus, did we actually see those players shifting out that were in the helicopter previously?
Yes, Peepo is currently out, okay. And it looks like Sniper Death has been subbed in by Squirrel.
Okay, so we are going to be seeing more infantry prowess that is going to be on the map. Now, your tank player, what is his goal on this map? Once he does drop off his players, they're kind of getting settled in, B and C maybe at a stalemate. It looks like their gimme flags are going to be okay for then. Is it all right for the tanks to try and push up, maybe get a little aggressive, go over for the other flag?
Yes, absolutely. So we've seen it before. Generally speaking, they roll around the peninsula side. For the US side, sometimes you can go around back. and go take all the tank all the way around the backside of behind the mountain towards the D flag. But generally, the ice peninsula side is the way that tanks roll. When tanks come out, the initial rotation is the tanks are the main ones to cap the A and D flag, while all 7 infantry initially push for B and C to get as close to this as they can. Another great thing about Hammerhead, as we will likely see, is the initial push on the BC flags are genuinely pretty hilarious. We've seen snowmobiles that get bailed and, LMGs on the back of it just blow through on the ice. Sometimes there's jihads that blow up the ice immediately. Random things happen on Hammerhead all the time. But generally the role of the tank is to defend the gimme flag, and if it's okay, then you can push up to the other side.
All right, well, we're going to be getting this thing rolling here in just about 10 seconds. We'll figure out which of these two teams are going to be able to take this map. Now, remember, we are going to be seeing an overall ticket count coming in here as, was this 296 for now, anyways, in the favor of, what was that, Legacy. So that's a pretty brutal number to have to fight against. And we will be seeing if, at the very least, this map can go in the way of VN.
Brunwao and Fazio going to be the two to take the snowmobiles right off the bat, and VN will be taking 4 right off the bat, which is very interesting. I can't wait to see this roll out. We'll see Squirrel going to be the first one in the tunnel. Brunwao, what are you going to do? Is he going to bail? He's going to go straight bail. Sra, make an attempt for it. Will not get the shot. Reason will engage right off the bat. Reason will get the kill into Brunwao. Huge Legacy push in from on the B side. C flag will be taken by no contest by VN. Hullet will find 1 kill into Siren. Second kill, follow up onto Kawaii Cats. And Douglas will get the kill and follow up.
We do have Asia going all the way around over here towards that A side. He has been spotted out. The tank knows that he's there, so I'm not sure what he's going to be able to achieve. Oh, he's going to get the ramp going down. He's trying to make it all cinematic, but he finally does end up going down. He may have actually killed himself.
I think he killed himself on the bail, yeah.
But, yeah, so that is going to be just standard. It does take at least 1 infantry player off of the middle of the map, so we are going to be seeing a big push coming in onto that C side, and it was flashing for just a brief moment, but hey, Ronzi, he's getting a little aggressive here because I don't think that ice has been broken just yet.
Nope, both teams deciding to not destroy the ice, which is, of course, I think a failure of the map because, I mean, it's just one of those things. You have to blow up the ice if you don't want the tank to bother your infantry inside. Looks like Legacy did make a sizable push towards the C flag. They were repelled. Kawaii Cat's now going to push. Will defend the left side entrance against Fishy. Gothic will get the return kill, and find a second kill into Lucas, who is also subbing in this round for Legacy. Both teams. Looks like
infantry fight is just nasty there into the middle of the map. I mean, just back and forth.
We will see infantry players this round that have 30, 40, even 50 kills this round. If the teams just, if the teams are balanced the whole time. It is the most intense infantry fight on any map in the map rotation.
All right, now you do have that B flag starting to get flashed. It's about a squad to about a squad and a half or so, but that's 2 kills going down right away. Infernus looking fantastic. He does get picked up though eventually, but yeah, this is looking like it's going to be cleared out. Wow, that's a lot of mines actually right on the outside of that C side on the A part.
Oh my god, yeah. So. Well, Ronzi does see him. See, now here's Ronzi's problem. He's going to blow him up and the ice is gone.
Yep.
Ross Hullet will blow up the ice, and that is the entrance denied for VN now. Legacy with the proper decision. Lao Ku now going to be able to push in his way. Squirrel will fall. Once again, the ice open. And now Legacy going to make a huge push towards the A flag. Fazio on the rooftop. Brunwao will get the straw kill onto Ronzi. The tank for VN will fall. A flag blinking. Pala up on the high ground will get the kill on the rooftop at least. Now there's a second person spawning in for VN. Brunwao in position here to gray out the flag. That would be disastrous for VN. Flag will go gray.
Now, is this one of the buildings that you can actually destroy the ladder on the side?
No. That ladder is indestructible, yep.
That is a shame if you're on that side of the map. But yeah, now it is getting ugly. You do have a big spawn that's going to be coming on in. Russell doesn't end being taken down. Locale is going to be up with the tank. Wow, this is extremely aggressive, setting up onto the flag itself. He has the infantry. Ronzi, it is basically a 1v3 situation. This is not going to be good for him.
Ronzi in trouble, and generally speaking, tanks run thermal and HE shell or autoloader HE shell on this map. HE shell.
A 4-cap.
Yep, HE. Oh, we are. Legacy. They did manage to get the inside. VN in the choke point tunnel. You don't want to be here on this map. This is impossible to push into. They need a flank. A lot of smoke. Smoke is the only way to get through this.
This is going to be nasty. This bleed is just about to be just indescribable. Reason trying to do some work there, but I mean, really, you need to just wait for a big infantry push that's going to be coming on through. And like you said, you just got to kind of get that smoke, hope that you can land all of your shots as you're making it through. There's going to be one going down, looking for two, and that's going to be three. So a full wipe inside. They should be able to power burn this flag down, but now the tank is going to be coming back in. You will be seeing that A still owned.
Recap, D flag going the way of VN. So here we go. VN immediately back in it. They have taken the C flag back. I'm more impressed with that push onto the C flag. I didn't think that they were going to be able to do it. Tickets.
Okay, so right now in this setup, we're seeing Legacy's tank on the other side of the map. How viable is that play? Does he need to get his ass over on the other side?
Yes, I would definitely roll back to the D flag and grab that flag back. The A flag, as far as an advantage goes, is minimal. It's good to have if you can lightly defend it. As long as you can keep the tank away from the A flag, which generally 1 or 2 infantry can do, especially with landmines, that's great. But falling back to the D flag to get the bleed temporarily is even better. So that's what Loku's going to do. He's going to fall back, going to try to get the kill on whoever this is from VN, and definitely get this flag back. And that will put the bleed squarely in the favor of Legacy for the time being. We do see Ronzi and Paula going to try to respawn and get the A flag back. But landmines are down. Paula possibly going to hit some slams. Not going to hit him. That's fine. But he's now fighting 1 versus 2 on the flag radius.
Well, he will be getting some help there from his tank buddy. Over on Delta, though, it is down on a 1 versus 2 as well as Roslet. He's going to be taken down. So that will be a full clear there onto D. We'll see if they can actually secure this over onto A. But in the middle of the map, does seem like C has been defended for the time being, and possibly even a push happening over to Bravo here pretty soon.
Yep, and I just want to take a second to talk about how BruneWow is running Fleer. I believe Fleer is a banned weapon, is it not?
Fleer on the gun?
On DMRs, yes.
On its DMR. Taking a look right now.
I don't see.
I do not see Fleer on here.
I don't see. I don't see a ban on it, so we're just gonna let that go. But I do not see a ban on the Fleer, so that will have to be talked about with the admins just in case. But it looks like it is in the rule set. So Jessigi will get a headshot kill onto BruneWow on the C flag. A nice defense. Lauku still able to push the tank inside, and oh my god, what a shot on Jessigi! This is what the problem is with pushing the tank inside, is that you let the tank in and they're able to help assist the pushes.
Oh man, we do have a flank that's going to be coming into Delta though, and I think these snowmobiles are about to hit each other, so that's going to be a fun one there to the north side of the map.
Ships passing in the night.
Maybe he can get the kill. That would be huge actually if Apollo was able to take him down,
yep.
And he does. But the tank is going to be coming back for the defense, so they are probably going to be okay there. We do see those mines finally getting placed down, though, in the middle of the map. It looks like to take out that ice, so I don't think that they're going to have to worry about the tanks really being able to do too much pushing through the middle. At the same time, we're also seeing another push here towards the south of the map for Legacy.
BN making a strong push inside. Golgothic will find 1 kill on the Lucas. Incendiary Grenade are going to hold the hallway just for a brief second. B flag under attack. It looks like Legacy stabilized on the right side of the flag, and now as they wait for the respawns to push in next.
Oh, this is it right here. We got to see a big fight over onto Bravo. They've cleared out both of their gimme flags, so they're going to be fine outside. It's going to be all about this infantry push here into the middle. Gothic is going to be up top with his teammates. They've been able to connect with a couple of these shots, so maybe opening it up here for a push. But as soon as that rotation comes in on B, you're seeing it over onto C as well. Nice pickup there onto Lucas. And that should clear out, I believe, the top section of Bravo. But man, getting down onto the B side itself, the cap, seems like it's almost impossible.
Yeah, it really is. And if that's one of the things that infantry players generally don't like about this part of the map is the B flag is so enormous and has so many weird different spawn points that you really are going to constantly get flanked on it. C flag is much tighter, much more condensed, and Legacy actually going to lose this flag. The flag will go gray. Reason will fall.
Down.
Fishy with a bad angle should not have engaged there. Should have tried to hold. Lao Ku, as you said, will take out Ronzi, and Legacy going to take the A flag back.
That's going to be brutal. That will be back to a 3 flag advantage coming in here for Legacy. They're going to continue on this burn, which is already not in favorability here for VN, and they're also going to be attacking over onto that C side. So Douglas with a very quick kill there onto Jezizi, and he should be able to start transitioning back over onto that C flag, because I think they have wiped everybody out on that B side of the map. So yeah, respawns are going to be coming into Charlie, and they might be able to push them back outside again.
Ronzi currently on the bridge, not the most advantageous position. You do have high ground advantage, however, once the tank gets so close, you actually can't aim kind of in the flag radius, and you're actually a sitting duck for the tank as long as they can aim, and Lao Ku can definitely aim.
Well, so far, it does seem like VN has been able to hold off this push for Charlie. Man, it is just by the skin of their teeth. We do see a player getting all the way into the north side of the map. That's going to be getting onto Delta, and a snowmobile jihad, possibly going to be a very, very bad time here for Ronzi in just a few moments, as we do see the tank for Legacy starting to back on in towards that gimme flag.
D flag at least going to stop the bleed. VN will be there. And Brunwao is spotted. And Jihad is definitely seen. Ross Hullett in the gunner seat is the one that spotted the Jeep coming in. Right in front of him now. On the other side of the containers. As the infantry push, it looks like it's going to be Legacy's turn to push into the C flag. Many members of VN are down. Lao Ku going to try to push back into the the D flag to defend.
Oh, here it is! Here it is! Here it is! Oh, it's going to get him! It connects! And that is going to be a tank going bye-bye on A flag. Oh, Ronzi. Man, he has had a rough go at it right now.
Oh my God, Brunwao. Brunwao with almost a little bit of a celebratory spin with a riot shield out there. Tickets 90 to 178, 2-1 right now in favor of a Legacy. Reason will fall. Kawaii Cats will get the double under Reason and Fishy. And Legacy will also completely wipe VN from the inside flags. Now, for VN's sake, this is one of those moments where you go 4-4 on the AD flags. You try to get the tank out and you defend the outside flags. Meanwhile, you try to sneak somebody inside. So, but first they have to actually get the A and D flags. The D flag, unlikely to be defended, as Legacy will retake. Ronzi, the spawns from VN just aren't around.
And, you know, if they get this clean up here, there's 2 more players that are left up alive on the Charlie. If they clean up Jezaji and his teammate that just spawned on him, that is going to be it. They are going to all have to come in from that A side and just holding on to that last second. And I think they have been able to make that clear. So this is looking like a potential pushback all the way into spawn. We have a couple of players over onto A as well on top of the roofs. They're going to be harassing that tank constantly. A snowmobile did get out, so maybe they can get back in onto the C flag fast enough, but
not from
just
this
look at
angle.
those tickets.
This angle is a terrible way to push into this flag. It's going to be completely open and obvious. Infernus will get the kill onto Fishy. Jezigi is right behind him. We'll get the revive. Smoke's out. Kawaii Cat's going to come around the corner. Will also fall as Infernus holding the same angle. Kawaii Cats will get Fishy. Jezigi will go down, and that push onto the C flag will fall. A flag, the last remaining flag for VN, as Paulo tries to go down towards the D flag. He'll try to cap that solo. Lao Ku being aggressive, trying to push the A flag. Sra from Jezegi gonna miss, but Lauku knows it this time, and he'll definitely kill Jezegi. And now we have a 3 versus 1, now a 2 versus 1, as one member of VN will go to the inside flags. Siren will kill Paula. Small shot out and will miss. And Squirrel will also fall. VN's push to the D flag will be killed by one person fighting 1v2.
You know, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that split off over onto Delta. I mean, I realize that they're low on tickets, but you need to be able to secure D first, stop that potential bleed that's going to be coming in, because, I mean, yeah, they're going to be spawn bombing on C, but that's no guarantee that they're actually going to be able to lock this thing down, and that'll continue that 3 flag burn. You're already, I think, since I started talking about this, 10, 12 tickets down. I don't really like that move.
I agree with you 100%. The extra person that went down to the BC flag, they were thinking ahead, but the D flag wasn't secured yet, and they needed to hold that flag. As Legacy takes the round, 170 tickets to 0. A very quick round by Hammerhead standards.
That was brutal. That was absolutely brutal right there. I mean, we saw just domination, I think, on the outside flags, really. Ronzi was constantly having issues, constantly going down. You saw that really good C4 going in from Brunwau as well. You thought maybe it was going to be a failed attempt, but he was like, you know what, I'll give this a second try, and was still able to get in there and still able to take that tank down. So now flipping over onto this other side of the map, that's 170 tickets that we need to be seeing them to be able to beat, to take at least 1 point in this match, right?
Right.
They've already lost the overall score. They're not going to get that back.
Correct.
So it's a 2-0 advantage in the overall match score for Legacy. What do we need to be seeing coming out right here for VN to be able to take this map? Or is it even possible? I mean, obviously it's possible, but is it probable for them to be able to come back from that ticket deficit?
I think if there's a side that has an advantage, it's the RU side, because if you can manage to get control of the A flag and hold your tank on it, you know, I think it's really hard for the US tank to literally do anything. So if you can hold the gimme flag, hold the C, at least one flag inside, and then just maybe have one person float around the D flag, I think you're okay. But that makes the assumption that your tank pushes into A and is successful. That makes the assumption that the D flag is going to be held the whole time. I don't know. The infantry still need to maintain the battle on the inside as well, so we'll see. Live is called, 40 seconds on the clock. One thing we didn't see last time, we did see Legacy break the ice. We didn't see VN break the ice, so we did see Lauku kind of drop his tank in a little bit and assist with those pushes with Legacy to the C flag. For Thunder. Brunwell saying for Thunder.
Maybe that's what they need. Oh, man. So, yeah. It's going to be VN down pretty bad right now. As Gravity was saying, they may have the slight advantage with the Russian side, and it's going to come down to these breakouts. How are they actually going to be coming in? Will they break that ice down? Are they going to be able to win those initial gunfights coming in here as well? And
yeah,
you know, I think also too, would it not be a better option to go ahead, because we did see, I think, VN focusing on that C flag first as opposed to Bravo. Maybe if they can get B first, it's a little bit easier flag maybe to defend, then they can focus on going over for the C site.
Generally speaking, the way the teams roll this map is the Chinese side always, or excuse me, the RU side always goes for the B for B first, and the C and the US side always goes for C first. It's just kind of the way of the way that they go. Beijou is going to run right into 2 people. P90 on the back of the Jeep will find 1 kill onto Reason. Nice kill as he slides through. Legacy now going to dive out. Fishy has one. Fishy's going to be alone on the C flag. I don't understand quite what's happening here. Now he's going to have help. Okay, so Legacy will not get the C flag. Ronzi's going to push his way in. He's going to try to cover. Ronzi watches somebody from Legacy waltz across the ice over there. Will now start to blow up the ice a little bit. Looks like Lauku going to try to sneak around the back flag as he knows there's people by the entrance. It looks like they got wiped up. And we're going to have a 2-2 flag hold right now. Ronzi on the ice. Deep inside the tunnel. Dangerous position. Knows that Lauku is coming around the corner. And never mind, Lauku backed up.
We do have a flank that was going to be coming in right now for Legacy to get
Wow.
onto that Delta tank.
Brunwell oblivious to the person right below him on his screen. And VN with 2 people, 1 person here and a tank. 14 HP left on Brunwell. He will definitely fall. There's no way that he survives this, but at least he's distracting the tank for the time being. That's a good idea.
Not only that, but he's distracting another infantry player as well. So they're having to play a 6v7 over onto B and C, because that tank is going to be able to get some shots in that middle section of the map. So that's a big deal.
Definitely 2 flags to 2 right now. 244 to 247. A very even game as we start this round. No flank attempts currently underway. Brunwell now just starting his, and it looks like Ala will be the person taking the jet ski or snowmobile to the other side. Fazio gonna go around the southern edge as well. We might see 2 snowmobiles pass each other. Brunwell, where are you going? Are you gonna go to the entrance? Yes, he's gonna go tunnel entrance. No, you're gonna go mountaintop? Brunwell, where are you going?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Legacy now going to make a push to the C flag as well. The flag actually starting to burn quite a bit. Siren on the flag radius. Ronzi will get a kill into Kawaii Cats. Flag held right now. Stand still. As more members of VN going to rush back to the flag radius. Siren tries for the headshots. We'll find 2!
Oh, wow.
The 44.
Oh my god. Man, I haven't seen shots like that in quite a while, and he picks up Fishy as well.
Siren comes in clutch for Legacy. Holding down the C flag, soloing it practically. Kawaii Cats follows up. The C flag is gone. Meanwhile, looks like Lao Ku or Vronzi just got taken out at the north flag. Fazio's there, going to fight a 1 versus 1 on the flag. There's still somebody here from VN. Fazio will get the kill on Ross Hullett. Pala, the last person on a flag, pretty much, as Jezegi is between the C and B flags. He is toast. He is toast. Pala needs to get this flag. He needs so many members of his team to spawn on him just to hold that. Good God, that was an amazing kill from Siren.
This is turning into another rough one here. You do see the tank getting very aggressive over on the Delta as well, maybe to head off those reinforcements that are eventually going to be coming on in. But right now, it does look like Paula trying to clean up over onto the A side. He is successful in that, so 1 flag will be going over into the favor here of VN for the time being. But VN, take a look at where they're at. All of their team is pretty much nubbed up back behind that Delta site.
Yeah, and Lauco definitely going to try. He's trying to help defend the D flag, and this is exactly what I was talking about. This is the advantage you want. You want to bring the tank to the other side, and this is why the RU side has the advantage on the map. Lauco going to try to go for the ram with the Abrams. Ronzi going to fall back a little bit. Both tanks disabled. Lauco will fall. But this is the problem with this side of the map, is the tank really doesn't have a good position to sit. Unlike on the A flag, where you can kind of hold behind the building, you can kind of hold behind on the hillside, behind the rocks, you can hide behind the canisters. D flag is pretty barren, and there's really not a good spot to be.
Yeah, but you gotta admit though, Ronzi was doing some work there. He ended up clearing that out and staying up, so that's going to be a little win for them. Little positivity, as you do see them now back with that AD hold, pushing on into that Bravo flag.
Yep. Reason going to Zuzer around the corner, gets 1 kill onto Douglas. And Furnace from behind him gets the kill on Ross Hullett. Reason going to go for 2. Kawaii Cats and Lucas will clean up Ross Hullett and Reason. Those 2 will fall. A new push coming in from VN as they retake the C flag. That flag is going to go gray long before Legacy comes back there to defend. A flag going to go back the way of Legacy as well. Ross Hullett will spawn in time. I think Ross Hullett should just sit here and babysit until Ronzi gets there. Paula also on the mountaintop. Still back to 2 flags to 2 right now. 1 tickets, 181. Remember that the round ended at 170, so we'll see if the teams continue to fight. As 170 is getting VN below 170 will be an automatic win for Legacy.
Yeah, the biggest problem right now that they got to worry about is that every single time they spawn in, they are losing a ticket. So even with a 2-2 standoff, it's not really looking up for them whatsoever. And this back and forth here from Rosales is pretty interesting. He's trying to solo this tank right now. I don't think he has anybody to help him, but He's been able to so far keep him back.
Well, and he's gonna get run over. I thought he was gonna get the rear shot, and that would have been a good chunk of damage, but fortunately, just the angle was a little off, and loudco just decided to run him right over. Bronzy back on the D flag as well, trying to put some incendiaries into the bunker. Down to 30 HP. He'll fall to Siren with the repair tool. Siren with the double kill, sacrificing himself to kill the tank. Siren having a great round.
Yes, he is. Yes, he absolutely is. And you know what's really crazy right now is that you talk about how infantry players, they typically can rack up insane numbers here, but this second round, really, we've seen VN kind of pushed out this entire time, that we haven't seen those crazy battles in the middle of the map as much as we had in the last round.
No, and 168 tickets is met. The round is officially over. The match is officially over, as VN will fall below that 160 ticket round of round 1 on this map. And that will be a 3-point win, 3-0 for Legacy this match. Unsure if both teams are going to continue so far. It looks like it. Maybe both teams haven't even noticed yet. Reason on the C flag. Many members of Legacy on the other side of the room. Reason will find one kill. Nope, it's going to be Fishy that gets the kill into Douglas. And Reason will fall to Kawaii Cats. He picks up the double. Meanwhile, there's possibly the potential of a 3-flag, now 4-flag hold coming in if VN can't defend the C flag.
Yeah, that was a good shot there from Jezg. And he's going to be lining them up again as he picks up Lucas. And Jezg right now, 9-7. He is a top scorer for his team. So he's still locking it up. His teammates are just following all around him, but he's still going to be able to keep that pressure into the middle of the map. But is it really going to be mattering much here? I mean, honestly, C is pretty much grayed out, and you are going to be seeing potentially a wipe coming in there as well.
VN still trying their best to recap this flag. They're currently down to 130 tickets. They've lost 40 in the last minute, as they will recap the C flag. Any potential pushes coming around. Ross Hullett gonna make his push towards the D flag. We do see Lauku and Phasio being there to defend. Tank from Ronzi and another push from Paula. Paula is probably going to go all the way around.
And it is just absolute, utter domination coming in right now from Legacy. They are just looking so fantastic in this game. And Furnace is going to be able to pick up one. And I guess Fishy is a little bit unhappy with something that just happened. I don't know what it was.
Not sure either. Could have probably, if anything, it's probably a Zuzu around a corner.
Yeah, you do see the tanks clashing though over towards the north side of the map, and that's just a balls to the wall push coming in for Ronzi to try and get onto Delta, see if he can't get that thing back into his possession, get his teammates maybe back to a 2-2 flag setup.
Lauku taking some damage. Ronzi will back up a little bit. I think he got shot from the side as well. Now there's a person in the container right in front of him. Down to 25 HP. We'll get the kill onto Phasio. Tank gonna get repaired. Lauku gonna push up. Pops APS. Ronzi shoots a little early. APS will block it. And I gotta tell you, that is, as somebody who tanks a lot, even as a really experienced tanker, it's amazing how much and how often you underestimate how long APS lasts. You can play for 1,000 hours, and sometimes you just feel like it should have ended a second earlier. And APS will be popped by Lauku again, and this tank battle will continue as the tanks will be traded out on the D flag.
Yeah, in the meantime, you do see B getting taken over right now for VN. So they have, I think this is the first time that they've had a 3-flag setup this round. So
I think you're right.
Yeah, they're starting to maybe, you know, claw their way at a little bit at these players from Legacy to try and make some headway. But as we say that, already we're going to be seeing that B flag starting to flash. Fishy half in the back on out, trying to get maybe those doors closed to offer a little bit of a delay on these players reinforcing on these different flags here into the middle of the map.
A really hard flag to push, for sure. And Infernus will fall to Fishy. And Fishy will find the double into Kawaii Cats. And just like that, Legacy their push will fail, but they're gonna reclaim the A flag, so the bleed against them will fall. The flags will be equalized again. We'll go 2-2. We see two members of VN spawn just in time. It was going to be Paula and Ross Hullett, and we did see Legacy lose about 30 or 40 tickets there during that bleed.
So what are your thoughts on the usage of the Scar and the Bulldog being inside the middle of the map? Like,
I completely expect
you do
that.
see a lot more like AEKs, or at least I had back in my day. A lot more AEKs, you know, close in ranged guns, but seeing those type of guns being used, a little bit surprising to me.
It has to do with the damage values of the gun, and it's just for some they do shoot. Their bullets hit like one bullet harder. They're the bullet value. I think it's one less bullet to kill for both of them. They have the same damage model, and both guns are just fantastic at mowing down infantry at really close range like that. But they also have you know, good long range ability too. I am kind of surprised that, you know, maybe it's over a gun like, you know, the AAK. Normally, it kind of just depends on the night, because you know what? You're absolutely right. It is a little more weird to see less AAKs on this map. We have seen other games of, maybe it's just the European style. We've seen, you know, ESF has played this game. We saw Imagine last season and APG. I mean, they all run AAKs. It just, even Gold Gothic's running an L85 right now. The variation this season has been very odd.
Yeah, that's something that I don't think I've ever seen in a competitive match whatsoever.
And right, he just, I mean, hey, he got a triple kill just recently, so let's just go with it. 2 flags to 2. Phasio will try to push into the D flag. He'll fall. It's a Ross Hullett. Meanwhile, Lauku is just going to try to push the tank of Ronzi again. Ronzi going a little low. Lauku will miss a shot point blank. Ronzi needs to back up as Lauku just wants to use the tank as a ram, and that's exactly what he's going to do. The tank will be disabled. Ronzi will fly a little higher, and he'll fall. And now it's going to be Legacy's turn to push in. Meanwhile, in the time being, Paula going to slowly push. He's going to be on flag radius of the A flag. Ross Hullett spawned in to defend D. I'm actually wondering if the better call would have just been to go to A.
Yeah, they are not going to be able to win this back whatsoever.
Not with the tank there. I think with the tank, not if the tank wasn't at D, I think it would have been okay. But I think with the tank at D, just guarantee yourself the A flag and then suicide out and respawn on Ronzi. When the tank
well,
is
they are going to get the gray out there in the middle of the map, though, so C is going to start going over into their favor. Even though Delta is, you know, well, actually, Delta's going to be getting pushed once again by the tank here for Ronzi. So we're back to 2 tanks and be fighting it out over onto D. The infantry fight is going to be winning out over on the C for VN. A is also being stalled out as well. So this, you know, depending on how this tank fight goes out, we might be seeing a 4 cap.
This would be a heck of a comeback, at least for honor for the round, for sure, for Legacy, for VN. Jezagi will fall. Ronzi will fall, so Lauku will win the tank battle on the D flag again. So I think the D flag will go back up the way of Legacy. And the B flag, speaking of which, Squirrel will get the kill onto Infernus. Gold Gothic will not get rezzed. He'll just he'll just have to respawn as he's stuck on the glitched on the staircase. Squirrel gonna try to stop whoever's capping. Amazingly, did not get that kill. 92 damage. Gold Gothic will clean up on Douglas. Oh, Squirrel, good shot. And now, unfortunately, they allowed Legacy enough time to cap the flag. So this is, they have to be right here on point, and that's a problem.
They are going to be able to get continue the gray out, but on the other side of the map, you do see him starting to push in onto Charlie as well. So that is not going to be looking good here as Siren. He's going to be set it up, and maybe he can just show up like he did last time.
He's in that same spot.
Going down. Yeah. We'll be able to get the push on only to 1, though, as he will finally get picked up. Douglas is going to have to pick up the slack now.
And Legacy will definitely grade that flag. We're going to have a switcheroo there. Meanwhile, the A flag was recaptured for Legacy in the time being. D flag also getting a recap. A few members of VN will spawn just in time. Reason spawns in on the Jeep that was already hit with landmines. And that's going to be a 3 flag cap for Legacy, probably to close this out now.
I believe they are. This is going to be a 3 flag lead. Only 38 tickets are left. You are seeing them kind of pushed off over towards that B side, but I think their infantry players will be able to be just fine in getting this out. In fact, Ronzi is like, you know what, screw this. I'm not going to Delta anymore. I'm just gonna go somewhere else, maybe go for a flank or something. I don't know, but he's going to be delaying any kind of a potential push over onto Delta. But in the meantime, though, every single one of these players that are dying for VN, that's another ticket that's going to be coming off the board, adding into that bleed as well.
And
so
kill feed is all legacy right now. They just wiped VN off the B flag. Last second respawn. Look at that. I mean, this is still all kill feed off legacy. Jezegi will respawn. The respawns of like 7 or 8 people will just completely obliterate the ticket count for VN, and that's going to be it. Ticket bleed going to be enough. 4 tickets remaining as Lauco finally goes down on D, and that'll be it.
Wow. 108. Holy crap. So just rough numbers right here. We are looking at about a 500 ticket advantage overall in that match.
Yeah.
That's pretty insane. I think considering that it's 252 for each of the rounds. So that is a lot of tickets that went in the favor there of Legacy to be able to clean out and take that match. Really, really well played by those guys. And VN probably not too happy about having that, because I don't think VN actually had their full roster there. Am I correct?
I'm pretty sure they did manage to get everybody on time. They did, the time they expected was an hour later than what Legacy thought it was going to be. So maybe there might have been some nerve issues as they just were trying to scramble to get 8 people just in general. But they did pretty well. To be fair, Legacy played extremely well that game. Their positions on Shanghai were fantastic. The chopper steal probably tilted VN right off the bat on Shanghai.
Yeah.
And Legacy, I mean, they did another great job on their Legacy has powerhouse infantry, and the fact that VN managed to hold their own on the inside of Hammerhead just is a testament to show what a great team VN is as well. So I would like to say that in this today, Legacy definitely outplayed VN, but both are extremely good teams, and I'm looking forward to seeing more matches from both of them.
And just taking a look right now, just a snapshot of what we have so far. It's not the worst for VN. So VN did trade out maps with ESF in the last week's matches. So they were able to grab some points there. They were able to dominate Boyo as well. So they were able to grab, I believe it was 3 points total, because we did have that weird penalty that did come in. So there's 3 points that they were able to capture from week number 1. So not getting any points this week is not the worst situation for them to be in. On the other side, Legacy, they did dominate their first week matches, but they also lost versus Coomers last week.
Yep.
As well. So, this is kind of...
Yeah, this season is up for grabs, yeah.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, at the very least, those two teams are relatively even so far in their point rankings. But, man, you would like to have seen VN at least take one map. And like you said, that Siege of Shanghai, that is a tilting moment right there.
Right off the bat.
You get shot out, and then all of a sudden the chopper is captured, and you're pretty much screwed for air for the entire game. That is an absolute frustrating moment that it's very hard for teams to get over, and it just did not go their way. So, yeah, congratulations once again to Legacy. They are going to be able to take a massive victory here, which they absolutely needed, and we'll see if VN is going to be able to shore up in the next week's match.